It's early down.
And instead of waking up at 5 a.m. to go for like a jog, why not take your car out? You can drive to some of the most beautiful places in the country, and you can all have it done before work starts at 9. I mean, we're filming all of this, so we'll be back after 9. But if you're not filming it, you can just have an unbelievable day, or at least an unbelievable start to the day. Very nice in the power department, this car. It's got enough, more than enough. Morning, or good afternoon, or whatever. So you're gonna go mode, then you're gonna go to sport. Because, I mean, that's what we're doing. And then you go menu, then you go vehicle, boom, performance monitors. Because the best thing to do whilst driving quickly is to not look at the road, but to look at a screen in the center of your dash. I think everybody will agree. I'll take this start-stop system off because I hate it. All this makes me want to do is drive the Club Sport S, really. Because that seems like something that everybody goes absolutely mad about. Whatever front-wheel drive system they've got going here is amazing. It just hangs on forever. It's very, very clever. You never feel like you're out of control. That's what makes the car kind of not super exciting, is that it doesn't... Why is it that it has to feel like it's going to kill you sometimes to make it exciting? But it seems that is the case. And this thing just feels totally composed at all times. Then again, I am an amateur, and I'm not a proper race car driver who's going to be pushing this thing to its absolute limit. I'm going to be pushing it to the limit of my very minor abilities. But it's still fun. Still puts a smile on the dial. Yeah, I mean, the steering's pretty direct. I grew up driving front-wheel drive cars, so this does feel much more intuitive for me. I kind of feel like I know what the car's going to do and how it's going to respond because of the front-wheel drive setup. It's just a all-around pretty pleasant car to be in. The ride's pretty comfy, even at these quite rapid speeds. Hi, truck. Oof. The main aim for me is to avoid head-on collisions with 18-wheeler trucks. Turning in, and it's great. The back really feels like it's coming around to help you, meeting you halfway kind of thing. So if you enter something with carrying a little bit too much pace and you just lift off the throttle a little, the back just sort of hooks in. Oh, now we're stuck behind a truck. So while we're stuck behind these trucks, just a few numbers. This car standard is 565 Rand standard. This has got a few optional extras. The driving mode's are extra, the sound system's extra, the wheels are extra. As far as I know, it all adds up to about 80 to 100,000 Rand. I can't give an exact figure because I can't remember. But I suppose if this is going to be your everything car, the car that you take out for an early morning hammer, your family car, the car that you go shopping in, and the car that you commute in, 650k for a pretty solid all-rounder isn't bad. But what else can you get for 650 grand? I mean, not a Golf. So a few takeaways from this little Golf. The fuel economy, which if you've been driving like I have this morning, is going to be obviously out the window. 2 liters, 169 kilowatts. Very, very impressive machine. But 600,000 Rand plus, guys. I mean, we do pay an excessive amount of money for cars in this country. My only complaint, well, one of maybe a few complaints, is that the design is a touch bland. I've always wished that the Golf GTI they would come out with would be like a modern, retro-looking Mark I GTI. Slightly more boxy. You can still have the performance, but you're maybe not going to be making scintillating lap times around the Nürburgring. Which don't really matter, because the chances that you and I have the same skill as the guy who takes this car, not even the GTI, but the Club Sport S that broke the record, takes that car around that track, or any other track for that matter, as quickly as a professional driver could, is very minimal. And everybody's a better driver or everybody thinks they're a better driver than average. Everybody wants to believe it.